And hello you guys, welcome back to the channel. This is the thesimsideofluca. If you guys don't know me, I'm a Sims world builder, and today we're building in the beautiful world of Henford-on-Bagley, which, if you don't know, comes with the pack of cottage living, I believe, and it is just the perfect world to have farmhouses, and that is exactly what we're building today. We are trying to do a really big and spacious family farmhouse, and it has literally everything that you can ever imagine. It has stables for horses, especially one or even up to two if that's what you feel like. It has a greenhouse, it has space for crops, it has his own private lake that's actually swimmable, and that is like the main feature of this house. You guys will see how I did it in a couple of minutes, and it's absolutely gorgeous. I tried it with my Sims and I had the best and most fun ever. And if you have kids in the game, I think it's just perfect for them to like relax during the summer break. I think it's just really cute. It also has obviously chicken coops. It also has a little space for cows or llamas if that's what you prefer, and obviously a lot of outside space as well. As for the inside, we have, I believe, about 4 bedrooms upstairs. It has 2 double bedrooms with like double beds, so basically you could have 4 adults, or you could turn one into another kid's room if that's what you want. Or maybe they can do like a grandparent home, which is more what I thought about when building this. And then it has 2 kids' room, again, double rooms, so each one has 2 beds, so it's like 2 boys and 2 girls. I believe toddlers, no, I think I made them for 2 children, sorry. And currently I am doing the little greenhouse area. You guys will see I'll probably modify it a little bit later on and actually add the greenhouse that is by Felixandre. And this build was also a commission by one of you guys, so thank you so much for commissioning all of these beautiful builds and literally making me so creative. Like, I don't know what I would do without you guys. It's just so nice. And this build, as I was saying, is a commission, and the main idea behind it was that this girl used to go on vacation as a child to a farmhouse, and probably she said something about a Swedish farmhouse, which I'm not necessarily particularly in like I don't know what a Swedish house looks like, but she sent me a few pictures, and it was literally like the basic farmhouse that you see in every children book, and I was like, oh, that's what I want. And it's basically like this red outside with like the white accent of like the timber white, and it's just the farmhouse that we all dreamed to have when we were children, and we will see a little cow there, and I think it's just so nice. And here I am adding the actual farmhouse. And something else that is really interesting about this commission is that she wanted strawberries, a lot of strawberries everywhere, which I think is just so fun. I don't know, maybe she has a really nice memory about strawberries in summer. And I mean, Harry Styles said it too. Oh no, that was watermelon. Oh. I'm sorry guys, well, same thing. Watermelon or strawberry on a summer evening, that's the same thing, right? And currently I am creating the little space for the animals, and I went with this little zigzag shape because we will have a little path going up to the lake on the upper left side. And I really wanted to have this little shape and space to actually do that. And here you can see me, here I saved because something important was about to happen, and I am trying to create the lake. So how I do this is obviously I select a couple of rocks from the debug menu. If you guys don't know that, I have a full video on how to access the debug menu. You can check it somewhere over here. It's called Build Tips and Tricks or something like that. And I select the rocks. I size them all down, probably to the minimum that they can go at. And then with the tool mod, I place them down on the ground, basically, probably like -4, -5. It really depends on the type of rock. But what you can also do is just place them on the basement directly instead of placing them on top. I think that also works really nicely, and it's probably easier if you don't have tool mod. Then you can customize it fully. And then once I made the basic shape of it, I go again with other rocks and try to create a little bit more of a natural shape. And then the fun part begins, which is me going around with the pool tool and kind of like drawing the shape and hiding the ugly spots, so just, you know, like the ugly angles or corners under the rock so they don't show. And then when I saw this, I was like, ooh, the bottom doesn't really look nice, because obviously the walls were all rock and it looked natural, but the bottom was like this very like new thing. So I was like, you know what, maybe I'm gonna add rocks there as well. And I did, and oh my god, I'm so happy I did it. Then it was time for water, and I didn't want this water to be filthy. I am sorry. I wanted it to be nice and like actually swimmable. So I just added this really nice water. I think it's a decent color for a natural water, maybe from like a river that comes there. There are definitely a lot of rivers here in Henford-on-Bagley, and I think that is probably a good story for it. And then you will see me now adding a few fountains here and there, so you can hear like water running, which obviously makes it a little bit more realistic and natural. And I also forgot to breathe. Oh my god, I'm sorry. And then I also added some really cool features from Adventure Awaits. For example, the diving board right there, which you can dive into the pool and have fun. I think that is literally the best thing. And it also looks sort of natural because it looks like into the stone. So yeah, like your scene actually look like they're falling from the stone, like diving from there. I think it's really nice. And then it was obviously time for landscape. Later on, I believe off camera, I will also add the little thing that goes like this when we enter the pool. I don't know what is it called. Like it's a slide. I think it's a slide. Yeah. And again, super fun, and it's just so nice, to be honest. And then it was time for the little decorations for the entrance of the house. As you guys can see, I also added all of the windows. I used Domaine du Clos. I think it was just perfect for this vibe that we were going for, which is, well, very much farmhouse. And as she said, it probably a Swedish farmhouse. Again, not sure what Swedish means, but if you're from Sweden, tell me if this is correct. I don't know. And oh my god, this is the time where I actually draw the little path. And as you can see, I'm trying to go very much as natural as possible. And I'm just doing these little gravel path, and then obviously patching up a few things. And I really wanted these to be connected to the animals things, to the lake, and to the greenhouse, and to the main house. That was pretty much all that we needed this path for. And then I go around with a few more terrain paint and just make it look a little bit more natural with this brown tone. And then there will be something even more fun, and that is all of the flowers that I will be adding here. I don't know if I did it on camera. I don't really remember. I think so, yeah. And they just make everything come together, which is really nice. It's all that we need in this build. To be honest, sometimes when you're building, you're gonna feel so lost. Like even I sometimes don't know what I'm doing. But then there's just like one element that brings everything together once again. It's just so special, I think. I don't know, I think you guys can really see this doing these speed builds. Just like a moment where something clicks. And it is right now, actually, because I found the perfect little flowers here. And I'm just gonna do a little bit of landscaping pretty much everywhere with these beautiful flowers and make it all look natural and cutesy. And then obviously I think we'll go to the stable and do that, and do a little bit more of furnishing for the outside. And as well for these, again, the storyline behind this build. What we imagined is that there is basically a grandmother and probably a grandfather as well, who owned this home and like who owned it for generations probably, and they had this beautiful little farm and they just lived their little life off the grid, and as a happy family. And obviously they had children and stuff, and so there's also a mother right here, and obviously with the children and stuff. And the grandmother is used to bake a lot of things. Like she's the typical, stereotypical grandmother who bakes a strawberry pie and something else, or like apple pie again in the kitchen. So you guys will see a few little hints of this storyline on the inside as well. I added a lot of cake stands, for example, and I think they just look so nice, and like they add a little bit of storyline that is always needed. And we're currently doing the little space for the horses, and you can see it's a pretty big stable, so you could have 2 horses if you want to. Again, I had somebody comment on one of my last farmhouses saying that the stables were a little bit too little for horses. And as much as I understand that, I mean, you gotta realize that it's obviously a game, so that's that we have a limitation. Like I cannot do a 64 by 64 stable again. But then I believe that this is only like the space they would be at probably at night, or like in the morning, while they wait to actually be freed outside. And then the rest of it, the rest of the day, they will always be outside wandering, you know, and imagine, because you know, here in Henford-on-Bagley and also on Chestnut Ridge, you don't have like lots like end on the lot itself. They always go like a little bit more further away, and then they have a fence like from the game itself. And so I think that is like the kind of limit that these horses have, so they can actually roam free and have fun. Obviously I wouldn't I wouldn't condone having them there all day. Like that would be a little crazy, especially seeing the size of them. But yes, now we are off to the inside, and as you can see, we're going for this little farmhouse and maybe a little bit of posh as well. Polished farmhouse, let's just say that. And I'm using my new Nancy Part 4 collection, which tackles the living room. You're gonna find it over at Lukeia. It is now currently in early access until I believe the 6th of September. I don't really remember the date exactly, but obviously it comes with these beautiful sofas that I actually really love, and it was a mess to make them. It took me so long. It took me like 3 weeks to actually come out with something that I actually liked. And then we're adding a few pictures here and there just to make this feel again as a family home, as a generational home. I think this is perfect if you play maybe like the Not So Berry challenge, or what is it, like, well, maybe not the 100 baby challenge, but definitely some sort of challenge where you have a lot of kids, or you just have big families and you like them. And this kitchen, to die for. Oh my god, I need this kitchen in real life. This is my dream kitchen. I think the view from here, I think I will make you see that in a little second, turning the camera around. And as you can see, I added a little cake stand. See, smart. And the view is just incredible from this kitchen. Like, you can see everything from the outside. You can see all of the woods. It's just gorgeous. And the light that enters as well. Ooh, nice. Obviously, I'm adding a lot of boots and like little coat hangers, just so people can go outside and, like, you know, have the little life living here in this farmhouse. And again, this is probably the part that looks more grandma-ish, and I just love it so much. I'm using the rustic set by Harry. I think it's just perfect for this vibe. And obviously now we are off to the upper floors, which is the bedrooms. I don't know if I show them all or not. Probably yes. And basically, the big bedrooms for the adults have always a double bed, a little vanity to have the little makeup done, or, you know, get ready in the morning, and obviously a small closet. I don't think they need too many clothes in here. And I just think they're just very magical and timeless. I feel like that's the vibe that I was going for. And then we're off to the kids' room. And I'm going with a pink room for the ladies and a typical bluish room for the boys on the other side. And they are all filled with toys and like little spaces to sit down. There's something very important that the person who commissioned this told me, and that it was that she imagined they stay up late at night with a little light and they read books. So that's why I put like these little like tents with cushions on the bottom. And I think that is just very, very magical. So if you guys liked this video, please don't forget to give it a big like and subscribe, and also hit the little notification bell so you never miss out on my new videos. Mwah! Love you guys!